Welcome back to the Marlins here on OOTP 26, and as you can see, it is May 21st. We are 28-16. Doing a little pre-draft check-in here, as I just wanted to highlight Pedro Patino here, because he has gotten off to just an absolutely insane start. My mind continues to be broken by these low-control starters that we have that just don't care that they have low control. He has a 30 control rating, and he has just been absolutely shoving through 8 starts to his big league career. Went straight from Double-A to the big leagues, and he is pitching like one of the best pitchers on the planet right now. What else can you say? Pedro Patino has been incredible. And then we also have Ramon Hernandez, who has also been quite good in 9 starts. Got off to his first couple starts were rough, but he has very much settled back into a routine here. And then Patino just goes at his next start, only goes 4 1/3, but he strikes out 12 guys through 4 1/3. And then Ramon Hernandez comes out the next game and goes 6 innings, strikes out 10 guys. I mean, just gets the W. We get the next W in the series with Hirata, who looks like had to come out of the game after an inning for some reason, but he was doing well, and then the bullpen gets it done after him as we sweep the Blue Jays there in a 3-game set. And there you have May's Rookie of the Month, Pedro Patino. I mean, just incredible. He gets 6 starts, 33 1/3, 1.08 ERA, struck out 63 guys in 33 1/3. I mean, what can you say? He's got 10 starts. He's pitching like he's the best pitcher on earth right now. And this guy was a scouting discovery. He came out of nowhere. You gotta be kidding me, man. Yuji Hirata, the Japanese pitcher we just signed this past offseason to a very, very team-friendly multi-year deal, has torn his labrum after 12 starts here with the team. 12 pretty decent starts here. He's been a solid pitcher through those 12 starts, sub-4 ERA, sub-4 FIP. And he tears his labrum. He will be missing the majority of his first season here in America. Alrighty, so we've actually shifted Jose Hernandez here to the rotation now that Hirata is hurt. And his first start here at the big league level, he goes 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and 2 Ks. Jose Hernandez, we will absolutely take that with our second Hernandez in the rotation. Things are just going swimmingly here. It is July 11th, which means it's time for the first-year player draft, but as always, before we jump into that, we're going to be going over how our team has been doing so far here in 2032, and as you can see by the standings, first place in the NL East yet again. Things are going pretty well. If we take a look at our expanded standings here, we have a plus 104 run differential, which is fantastic. We have a great home record, a great away record. We're above 500 in one-run games. Things are just going great. It's been a great time here in Miami. We take a look at the team stats. Bunch of single digits all over the place. Now, we don't hit home runs. That's always been our thing here, is we just don't hit home runs as much as other teams. But we score runs nonetheless. We're 6th in runs scored, which is not like, the greatest, but it's up there. It's a single digit. It's not 12th, I'll tell you that much. Not quite top 5, though. But still good enough for a plus 100 run differential. As we also have 4th in hits, extra base hits. So we're not hitting a ton of home runs, but we do hit a lot of doubles. We get on base a lot. We walk a lot. 5th in OBP, 4th in average. We steal a lot. We get a good value out of the base running. And then the pitching has just been prime, Jersey-born OOTP pitching and defense. Best ERA, second starters, best bullpen, least amount of runs allowed, the second highest WAR, least amount of hits, best opponent's average, top 5 in BABIP, second least home runs allowed. Walks are a bit of an issue this year, but that's, to be expected with our Hernandez-Patino pairing in the rotation this year, where my mind has been broken by those guys. But then also, we're striking out a ton of guys this year, which is usually what we don't do, because we have Patino and Hernandez on our staff this season, and they are just pumping up those strikeout numbers. And then we are 3rd in defensive efficiency, and 1st with already a 20.7 team ZR rating. Let's hop in and take a look at this current pitching staff. As you can see, Hernandez and Patino have been our best starters. Patino has been the best starter on the team. Waldrop hasn't been a slouch, but he's being outshone by Pedro Patino, who currently has a 3-day strained abdominal muscle. He'll be fine for his next start. But Johnny Burrito's been solid. He's nothing too crazy, but he's been whatever, steady. Jose Hernandez has even been really good. He has a 174 ERA plus and a 69 FIP minus in only 6 games started. Some of that is between the bullpen and the starting rotation. If we look at his major league splits, he was very good in the bullpen, and he's been very good in the rotation here. So just overall, a great pitcher here out of Panama. And Ramon Hernandez, 2 ERA already, 80 FIP, 33% strikeout rate. He has been just doing what he does. Swamp Baby is up to Swamp Baby type things this season so far. And then Pedro Patino has done what Swamp Baby has done and then just taken it to an entirely new level here, as he already has a 3 WAR if you round up. 157 ERA plus, 71 FIP minus, a 2.6 ERA, a 3.0 FIP, 37.7 strikeout percentage. Who cares that he's walking to 14% of guys when he's striking at nearly 40% of guys, and he has a sub-1 home run per 9, a 0.6. I mean, he's incredible. He's great. He's fantastic. We love him. He's an electric factory here in Miami. And then Hurston Waldrop, he's been doing Hurston Waldrop things. You know, steady, solid FIP, 3.8 FIP, 1.8 WAR. We'll take it. 5 solid starters for us at the moment. We had 6 solid starters because Hirata was pitching well as well, but he got hurt, and then Jose Hernandez goes in, and he is just even better than Hirata was doing. And then in the bullpen, a bunch of damn good performances there as well. We've got TJ Griffin. I don't know why he's listed as a closer here, but TJ Griffin has been phenomenal in his 1-inning setup role, doing what he does, sub-2 ERA. We have Mike Carrier in the stopper role. He's been fantastic, as well as Peyton Martin. He's been really good in his stopper role as well. Not striking out a ton of guys, but, you know, getting outs nonetheless. And then with the middle relief mix, we've got Mike Bird, who just has been really good in a standout role in the middle relief. He's still just a really good fastball guy. The slider is lacking behind, but hopefully he can tap into some of this and turn into like a 2 elite pitch sort of pitcher. But for now, he's just got that elite fastball, which is carrying him enough in the bullpen at the moment. We also have Adrian Grijalva, who's been fine as a lefty. Chris Ramirez has been fantastic as the 23-year-old righty. Another big fastball guy. We have a 4.32 ERA plus. He has a sub-1 ERA in 27 2/3 innings. And then we even called up Dylan Smith. He's got 18 innings here in the big leagues, and he has been phenomenal. 4.22 ERA plus with a 1 ERA and a 1.16 FIP, which is good for a 27 FIP minus, striking out a ton of guys. He's just been in AAA the past couple of years doing his thing. In 2030 with Rochester, he had a really good year. Last year, he was mainly with the bullpen. He was really solid there. We call him up, give him a chance, and through 18 innings pitched, he's just been really damn good. Finally making his major league debut here at age 32 and making the most of it. And then we also have Luke Garreau, who we called up from AA. He was our 20th round pick in 2028, and he looks like he's going to be an absolute stud for us. Already has an 80 grade fastball and an 80 grade cutter with 70 grade stuff, and only has 4 innings so far in the bullpen, but he's been good in those 4 innings. The home runs we would like to come down, but it's very small sample size. Hopefully it stabilizes as he gets more time. I did not give this to him. The game automatically gave that to him. That's not me. I'm not the guy who gives everybody 69. I'm not that. That's just not what I do in games, but this guy has 69. And then on the hitting side of things, if we take a look sorted by WAR, we've got a bunch of 2 WAR players already, and then some guys you can round up to be 2 WAR players. Jorge Garza actually has been one of our best players this season, the 23-year-old outfielder with a 2.4 WAR, a 128 WRC plus, and 27 doubles already on the season. Not only do we have the doubles machine in Brooks Lee, who has missed some time this year, but we now have Jorge Garza, who is truly a doubles machine with 80 gap power. Just incredible stuff. 9 home runs to boot as well with 8 stolen bases, which is a terrible stolen base rate, though. That needs to be cleaned up for sure. Eshedri Vargas moving to first base this year. 2.4 WAR, 132 WRC plus, 28 doubles, 12 home runs, 17 swipe bags. He's a superstar, folks. What can you say? Brooks Lee, even with the missed time, still has a 2 WAR, 127 WRC plus, 14 doubles, 7 home runs for the shortstop. And what do you know? He's actually been good defensively. 4.3 ZR at shortstop here at age 31, just randomly switching, and damn good. We'd love to see it. Brooks Lee doing what he does, Dylan Head doing what he does, borderline around league average hitting with some solid defense, and he swipes you a ton of bags. He has 43 swiped bags, and it is July 11th, folks. He could get in the hundreds if he goes like supernova in the second half. So Dylan Head, big time stuff there. Agustin Ramirez, he's been steady. He is what he is at this point. He's 30. He's starting to get into the point of his career where he's not quite the guy for us, but he's still steady enough and useful to our team. And he's not a total zero defensively either. Wilfredo Lara, good at the plate this year, 18 doubles, 12 home runs, is tied for the league lead, or team lead rather, with Vargas. And he also has 19 swipe bags at a piss-poor rate. I shouldn't say piss-poor, but, lower than you would like. I would like to see it be up in the 80s at least. And then Lara also, the thing about him is that even with this defensive rating, 65 at second base, he's got a bunch of teal across the board here. Even with that, he's been dreadful at second base this season for whatever reason. Hopefully that can stabilize as the year goes on, but I mean, he has just been brutal at that position. Very unfortunate because we need him to play there if we're going to, continue to... we're having a good defense even without that, so we'll hopefully he can stabilize because his bat is too good to take out of the lineup, obviously. Mark Antonio, doing what he does, 146 WRC plus, 11 doubles, 8 home runs. He's been phenomenal, walking more than he's striking out, and... even with missing time. He's had multiple IL stints already this season, and that's just going to be an issue with him right now. He is fragile. He was fragile before he even came up to the big leagues because he's gotten a bunch of, he's had a ton of injuries. Some of them have been multi-week long. Plantar fasciitis, fractured wrist, back spasm, sprained ankle, sore hamstring, chronic back soreness twice in one season, back stiffness, and in that same season, mild oblique strain, broken nose, intercostal strain, twice in one season, a strained ACL. He had a cold, a strained oblique, back stiffness, and hamstring tendonitis. This season, it's been strained oblique, back stiffness, and hamstring tendonitis has made him miss a couple times. He had an IL stint for both the tendonitis and the strained oblique. So that is why he only has 48 games played, as most of our guys are up in the 80s when it comes to starters for us. Same with Brooks Lee, only has 38, but still has a 2 WAR up there with the top of the team, even with only 38 games played. So Mark Antonio, hopefully, being a DH, he can keep it to be, not getting hurt as much as you would in the field, but we are going to be training his durability every single offseason because we just need to take that chance. Because he's too good of a bat to just not have in the lineup, obviously. George Meekhoff has been fine. He was much better early on in the season with 10 home runs and 12 doubles, but he's been slumping as of late. But he is playing a very good right field, so we'll take that. Nicholas Partridge, unfortunately, has not been playing very well at the plate, 78 WRC plus, and I guess holding his own enough at third base. Yeah. 0.3 ZR, not a Gold Glover, obviously, but holding his own enough at third base. And then on the bench, Palma's been a backup catcher. Danny Munson's gotten some time here because Diaz is currently hurt. Brown Martinez has been just whatever as a fourth outfielder, and Colby Turner has been dreadful as a bench bat for us / backup first baseman. Looking like he's a quad A player, to be honest. But like I mentioned, Camilo Diaz is currently on the IL. He has a 1 to 2 weeks left on his hamstring strain. But even when he was playing for us, wasn't exactly having the best season. Was getting some time at DH when Mark Antonio was on the IL, and even with that, all that time at DH, only 3 home runs to his name here with that 70 grade power. So Camilo Diaz just continues to really not be anything too crazy with his bat, but still a valuable player with that power potential, or current power with that power. and his versatility around the infield, as well as his base running off the bench for us. Still a very valuable player for us. I should also mention that Andrew Salas was actually up in the big leagues for a bit. He was playing shortstop for us every day, while Brooks Lee was dealing with his injury. And Salas here wasn't the worst. 78 WRC plus, not exactly the best there, but he swiped 15 bags, even with a 308 OBP in 167 plate appearances, and he was playing a solid shortstop as well. So Andrew Salas, actually a decent backup shortstop for us. Switch hitter, brother of Ethan Salas. At least I think they're brothers. They could be cousins. I'd assume they're related, though. We also had Amishai up in the big leagues for a couple of days as well. He got 9 plate appearances in 4 total games. Didn't really do anything with them. I mean, basically did nothing with them. But he's in AAA right now, playing quite well down with the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Brian Burnett also came up for a bit, got a couple relief appearances, and then once Garreau came off the IL, Burnett went back into AAA to be in the rotation for them. And Angel Shavilli was just pitching very poorly for us through 16 innings, so he was the guy that we sent down when we originally called up Luke Garreau. But now it's time to actually do the first-year player draft here in 2032. As you can see, we have the 33rd overall selection, because we had the best record in Major League Baseball last season. And let's get into things here. So number 1 overall is the Atlanta Braves. They take Steve Gusteno Lewandowski, who is a high school shortstop. Looks like he could be a very, very good bat with 60 BABIP potential, 70 gap power, and 80 power with 85 I to go with it. So Lewandowski, definitely worthy of a 1-1 selection, even with a lackluster bat and a lackluster personality. As now we will go into our sortable list here, and we will go up to our pick, 33rd overall. And we've got some decent players here. First baseman named Jeremy, we love that. Big guy too, 6'8", that's incredible. Definitely looks like he could be a really good bat coming out of college as well. He's intriguing. Jimmy Graves, not as intriguing. Can't really play you center field. And he has not enough gap power or power to go along with the contact to be intriguing at this point. College players, yeah, it would be Jeremy. This guy, no. Now this guy... Now, I just said that the other guy is not intriguing because his gap power and power isn't the greatest, but this guy has the 60 BABIP with the 60 avoid K to go with 50 gap power and 50 power potential with 45 I, and he has high adaptability and work ethic, and he's got 65 range, 65 arm, 65 dirt DP, so he could give you like some elite second base, or he could get lucky like Brooks Lee and get some possible dev lab boosts with him and maybe turn him into a shortstop at some point for us. That's intriguing to me. It just is. What about starters? We've got Mario Cornejo, Old Iron Hands, out of Hood College in Maryland. Big control guy, high leader, high adaptability, fastball sinker, slider changeup. I mean, yeah, looks intriguing. John Moore looks intriguing. Shout out to Howard College. Frank Tanner out of Oregon State also looks very good. I mean, there are some solid college arms here. But we have so many good arms already in the system, I feel like I'm not a big draft for need guy in baseball, but at the same time, this American-Spanish shortstop here, Alec Marroquin out of Gonzaga, definitely intriguing. I'm basically deciding between him or the first baseman. Even if the first baseman is, just a first baseman DH type, his bat looks like he could be like that level of good bat. But also we do need somebody to come up at some point and play shortstop for us, and Marroquin could be that guy. I think we're going with the shortstop. Yeah, we're going with the shortstop, Marroquin, the Spanish-American shortstop out of Gonzaga. Boom, that is the 33rd overall pick. We move things on to round 2 And all those college bats are now gone. We've got a couple interesting ones. There's a not really interesting catcher, high gap power corner outfielder, third baseman, first baseman type with no power. Not exactly intriguing there. Yeah. The bats are not as intriguing. This guy's pretty intriguing. Rich Ramirez here. Good corner outfielder type. Yeah, I don't think we want to take a bat here. What are the pitchers looking like? John Moore. John Moore is still here. Righty out. El Oso Blanco. Definitely. Why am I drawing a blank on who El Oso Blanco was? I know exactly who it was. I just can't think of the name. He was the Braves and Astros catcher. He was like a janitor at one point. I know because I knew somebody who played against him in college. I don't know why I can't remember his name. I know exactly who he is. Big beard, bald guy, has said some problematic things after his career. But anyways, yeah, if we go pitcher, John Moore is the guy. Even if he is, I mean, he's a JUCO guy. So what is just the high school dudes looking like? I mean, incredible name, Pierre Nicolas El Gasolina. Looks like he could be an elite reliever, but impossible signee. We're not looking to take him here. We got a high school lefty who's committed to Union College. He's from New York. He's from upstate New York. That's gotta be Union College. Shout out Union College. But yeah. Not the best personality with him, but high control, high movement, with some good stuff potential. 3 good pitches as well, possibly. Craig Hill. We've got Mike Gill and Craig Hill. This guy is committed to Illinois State in Normal, Illinois, at the Missouri Valley Conference. Extreme ground ball, much better personality class for him. I think I would prefer Craig Hill over Mike Gill simply because of the personality class. No. I think I would prefer Mike Gill. Yeah. If we go pitcher, I think I'm going Mike Gill. Evan Gaddis, that's who it was. Holy shit, how could I not remember that just off the top of my head? This guy looks intriguing too, although 2 elite pitches, 1 lesser pitch. So yeah, I would definitely prefer Mike Gill if we go starters. If we go bat, this Sergio Perez guy, I mean, that's a really intriguing personality class to go with this bat. If you're going to take a first baseman, you want him to be like this level of leader, low loyalty, or high loyalty, high adaptability, work ethic, and baseball IQ. I mean, that is a coach's best friend right there. You also got this guy, Dustin Eckelberger, who can't really play the outfield, has some serious pop, but also very serious swing and miss issues. That guy is all contact. This guy has got some serious pop, gap power, and eye, but big swing and miss issues. Committed to Ball State. Yeah, Joe Gannon's interesting. Xavier Hicks is interesting, but I think I would prefer Perez over him. Not even going to attempt to pronounce that name. Cool name, but I think we're going to go Perez. I think we're just going to go with the moldable, elite personality bat here. Out of Puerto Rico, committed to Alabama. We are going to try to steal him from Alabama here by meeting his demand with the 2nd round pick. Move things on to round 3, and Joe Gannon is still here. I'm tempted. Joe Gannon, Nate Fitzgerald is intriguing to me as a corner outfielder, high gap power, Jorge Garza type bat. You also have Jay Sutherland, who's a little bit worse. 55 range on Fitzgerald, 50 range on him. So yeah, definitely not going to be able to play outfield in Miami, but very intriguing bat. So it's like Fitzgerald, Sutherland, or Joe Gannon to go with that elite power, but also huge swing and miss, which I don't love. But then if we go with the starters, We've got Ben Rainey. Don't love the 40 BABIP. Chris Stokes. Okay, this was the 80 control lefty who's committed to Miami. High leader, high work ethic. That's intriguing. Let's take a look at the Arms actual page here. Jaden Hardy. No. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with Chris Stokes if we go with a pitcher. So if we go pitcher, it's Chris Stokes. If we go hitter, it's either gonna be Joe Gannon, Nate Fitzgerald, or Jay Sutherland. This Bryant Hines guy, not really that intriguing. Are there any like standout gloves? Oh, this Kirshner guy is here. Huh. Doesn't look as good as he originally was. But this guy looks better than him defensively, but he doesn't have the bat that could possibly play. He doesn't really have the bat that could play either. He just has 50 power with 55 BABIP, where this guy is just all avoid K with a little bit of BABIP, but he has similar gap power and eye and all that, but he's better defensively. I mean, we already took that Gonzaga guy as like a possible college shortstop, so we don't technically need a college shortstop like Aaron Wilbur here. So we could go Kirshner if we wanted to go with the glove here. Not any standout outfield gloves at the moment. Tim Brody, decent, Pocatello, Idaho, but we can get better bats at the moment. If he's there in a later round, I would be interested in that guy. But Joe Gannon with the power is definitely standing out to me as our possible guy here. Or there's Nate Fitzgerald for his glove, or his bat, rather. Can't really play any infield at the moment. And then also, we don't really have and he's like a college outfielder, so he's going to be in the big leagues quickly, so he would just be 100% trade bait, because we have so many good outfielders in the system right now. And it's not like we don't have, it's like we don't have open spots in the infield either, but we definitely could use this sort of pop. So we're going to go Joe Gannon, hope that he can develop somewhere down the line. He's our guy here. Third round, move things on round 4. And Kirshner's still here. This Eckelberger guy is still here with this seriously good pop. This guy's all contact. Xavier Hicks is an interesting bat. Durable. Can't play any defense, but definitely an intriguing bat. Sutherland has that gap power. Kind of tempted to either go Sutherland, Eckelberger, or Hicks if we go bat. And if we go pitchers, dude, I'm kind of tempted to just how much. I don't think we can really offer a ton in, because this is just our budget room. This is not actually what we have listed as our draft number. So I don't think we have the money to go in and just give this guy like a huge signing bonus. So yeah, I don't think we want to go with that. This guy fractured his elbow. He's fragile. This Stokes guy is... I think we're going to go with the starter. We're going to go Chris Stokes, college starter. 6'5" lefty, committed to Miami. We will meet his demand, move things on to round 5. And best college guys here. Okay, we got a couple college 50 guys. Chris Heaps, not really that interesting. Guerrera is probably the most interesting out of Wayne State. Jonathan Meade, he's interesting. Big control. Lefty. Yeah, I think it would either be Guerrera or Meade if we go starter. Whereas if we go bat, it's got to be Rich Ramirez. He's got that big gap power, has some pop with it too. Good speed profile, can play you like a really good corner. Yeah. It's got to be Rich Ramirez, right? This guy's durable. Currently going to the College of Idaho. But Rich Ramirez is our guy. He's our guy. Boom. Lock him in round 5. Move things on round 6. And are there any interesting high school guys left? This Hicks guy is still here. As well as Eckelberger. Let's just do it. Let's just take Hicks. Boom. Take the bat. Move things on to... Oh, it's our pick. What am I saying? Like, what am I looking at here? Eckelberger's still here. Tristan Newman. Interesting-ish bat. Not really a great defender, though. Any standout catchers? Not really. Yeah, not really. At least none that I would want to take right now. I like this guy the best out of all these catchers, but I don't think I want to take him right now. If he's still there, I'll take him after this round, I think. We take a look at the starters. That Meade guy is... I think we're just going to take him. We're going to take that Jonathan Meade college starter. Bang, lock him in, move things on to round 8. And college starters. A bunch of 45s here. Michael Cooper. Not really interesting. Kind of intriguing. What about just relievers? We've got some possible college relievers here. Extreme fly ball, don't love that. Fly ball. Fly ball. This guy's hurt, but he's probably the best of the bunch, but he's sidearm, I don't love that. Okay. We've come to like these high movement guys, even if they don't have the big control. Like he's a Mike Carrier type. And he's durable. And he's Canadian. So Casey Spur, or there was that catcher, I think we're going to go to the catcher here, just to make sure we get him. Bang, lock him in, move things on. And now we're going to go back to, not starters, it was relievers. Casey Spur, the Canadian reliever. Bang, lock him in. Alrighty, so we have finished up our first-year player draft here. I believe we left off taking Casey Spur in round 9, and then in round 10, we took John Bilalis out of St. Joe's in Philadelphia. 45 potential starter. Could be something if he develops. Who knows? Round 11, we took Ramon Lima, a college reliever out of Canisius, who I believe are the team that have like just the most insane field you've ever seen in your life. If it is so, I will put a picture of it on the screen right now, and you'll probably be like, oh my God, what is that? You'll be doing the penguin. You'll be like, what are you showing me?
Holy God, what are you showing me? His head. Come on! Open your eyes!
But then in round 12, we ended up taking another St. Joe's player in a power-hitting catcher, and I'm doing air quotes catcher. Not exactly a catcher, but first base DH type. Big pop, 60 power, could be something. And then around 13, we took Jacob Langendorf, a lefty out of high school. Big time stuff, big time movement, big time changeup splitter here. Horrible control, but who knows? Maybe he is the next Ramon Hernandez or Pedro Patino. Could be, somewhere down the line. And then in round 14, we took Gabriel Mendez, big home run suppression with some fastball slider combo here, reliever out of an Oklahoma, or a Texas high school rather, born in Oklahoma. Then round 15, we took Michael Cooper, who was a college right-hander out of Evangel University in Springfield, Missouri. 80 stamina, interesting player. Round 16, we took Austin Graft, a right-handed starter out of Northland College in Ashland, Wisconsin. And he looks like he has some interesting stuff here. 60 grade stuff, really good curveball changeup mix with a 55 grade potential fastball, but is going to have some suspect control, so who knows? Maybe he's the next big-time stuff, low control guy that we have in the rotation at some point. Then around 17, we took Jeremy Alston because I was just intrigued by this guy. 19 years old, out of a Katy, Texas high school. 75 potential control with 60 potential stuff, but horrible movement. So I was like, who knows? Maybe he just strikes people out and just really knows how to like piece them up on the black. I don't know. Just interesting reliever here, lefty. Then in round 18, we took Piotr Brown, a German-American left-hander out of Carrollton, Texas. Huge fastball, curveball stuff here. 80 grade fastball, 85 grade curveball, 75 grade stuff, big time movement. No idea how this guy was here in round 18 rather. And then in round 19, we took Chris Ramos, another guy who have no idea how he was here. At a Brookline, Mass, lefty reliever, big time fastball, curveball mix, big time stuff, decent movement. And then in round 20, we took Stephen Harris as we continued our run of just pitcher at the end of the draft here. Right-hander out of East Fishkill, New York. 20th round pick, big-time changeup, could be something down the line, 50th grade potential at that point in the draft. I mean, why not?